It's baffling to me how many people have such a stiff and achy low back when it can be alleviated this quickly. What's up guys, Dr. Joe here from IDPT. And if you have that back pain that you can feel literally with your thumbs on those two circle bones at the base of your waist, and then it runs out to the side, then you're gonna love this video that we have today, because what we're gonna do is explain what that is, why it happens, and then give you exercises to do right now to help alleviate that pain almost instantly. So in order to do that, we need to understand what we're looking at and what we're talking about. So those two circle bones, so when you're touching here and you can feel those two circle bones and then it runs out to the side, what we're really talking about is actually the pelvis. And you can see that the spine runs into the base of the pelvis, so it's directly connected. So it is back pain, but really we're focused on the pelvis. And then out to the side, it runs that way where really you can do that with your hand. Well, that's actually the glute muscle here. That muscle is called the gluteus medius, and it attaches and surrounds the whole side of the pelvis. This muscle has two main focuses. Its two main focuses are, one, it's bringing the hip out to the side, and we call that open chain hip abduction, meaning your foot is not on the ground and it's just bringing it up to the side. But the other function, even more important, is it focuses on hip stability when you're standing on one leg. So for example here, if my hips are even, then I know that that glute muscle is doing its job. But if my hips just drop, then I know that it's not functioning the way that we want it to. The other thing that's really important is the shape of the pelvis will determine the orientation or the length or tightness of that muscle. So one of the main focuses that we're going to have today is actually on changing the shape of the pelvis temporarily to give you that relief and to give you space and blood flow into this area. After that, we're going to be focusing on recruiting this muscle the right way so that it's not constantly stuck in a tight position. All right, guys, so the first exercise that we're going to do is a mobilization to each side of the pelvis, because that's going to create space where you pointed to with your thumb. Now, if you only have pain on one side, the side that you have pain is the one that you're going to have on the ground. If you have it on both sides, then we're going to do both sides. All right, so what we're going to do is grab a half-cut foam roller, and we're going to place it like this. From here, you're going to lay right on your waist. So right where you feel the bone on your waist, you're going to lay that on this foam roller. Support your head here. And so if this is the bone right here, equivalent to that on the downside is how I'm going to lay. And I'm going to totally just relax my weight down. In the beginning, it's going to be really uncomfortable, but in about 30 seconds to a minute, you're not even going to feel it anymore. And what I want you to do is breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth for 3 minutes straight. If you can handle that, you can actually get a weight, a kettlebell or a dumbbell, and you can place the weight on the top side. So I'm going to go right here. I'm going to lay flat, and then I'm going to put this kettlebell right on the other side, and that's going to even further mobilize me. Now, if you're watching this video at home and you want to do this right now, you want to do it immediately, and you don't have one of these foam rollers, but you have any type of weight, then we can do the same exact thing. The only difference is we'll be more so mobilizing the top side. So for example, if this is the side that you have the pain, you'll be mobilizing this one if you don't have that foam roller. So you're going to lay back into that position. You're going to grab that weight, put it on the top of your hip right here, and then the same thing, you're going to hold here for 3 minutes, focusing on your breathing. So to further visualize this, you're laying your waist, the top of your waist, on this foam roller. So if I spin it around, you can actually see that it gaps this area when we put pressure down, and when we gap that area, remember this is where we pointed to with our thumb, so we're creating space here. So now if you don't have this foam roller and you're just laying on the ground, but you put that weight on that side, you can see that it's going to really gap both sides, but now we're really going to emphasize gapping that top side. So if you have the foam roller, you're mobilizing the bottom hip, and if you have no foam roller but just a weight, you're mobilizing the top hip. All right, so for this second one, we're going to focus on getting this pelvis to rotate over the hip And if we remember, we talked about that glute med muscle, guys, right? That attaches to the pelvis, but it all connects right here to the back of the hip. So if we can get that rotation over there, we're actually going to get a stretch in that glute med, and we're going to lengthen it and elongate it. And that's going to help our symptoms tremendously. Okay, so for this exercise, all you need is a foam roller, or if you don't have a foam roller, a nice roll of Bounty paper towels. And what we're going to do is whatever the affected side is, that's the one that's going to be forward. So in this example, my left leg is forward. I'm going to put the paper towel roll on the inside of the knee and attach it to the wall. From here, my knee and my foot are perfectly aligned, and my back knee is down on the ground right underneath me. From here, I'm going to keep my pressure on the paper towel roll. And what I'm going to do is pretend I have a belt on. I'm going to turn that belt into the inside of my knee. And as I do that, I'm pulling this thigh backwards. Okay? So again, at the same time, this pocket is going to the left and this knee is coming back at the same time. And what I should feel is a little like recruitment of my inner groin muscle. But if I start incorporating my arms and really reaching and turning, I'm going to start to get a little bit of a stretch in that exact spot that we talked about. So being up nice and tall, we're going to get that nice turn, and we want to try to stretch out right here. This paper towel or foam roll is just going to hold us in place. So again, I feel the inner groin, I feel a stretch in the glute. I typically like to do about 10 of these, and that feels pretty good. All right, guys, so to summarize, if you have that pain that you can touch the two circle bones with your thumbs, then what you're really dealing with is pelvis pain and glute medius discomfort and aching, okay? So what we did is show you a test to see if you have this issue, and then gave you solutions to implement right now today as soon as you're done with this video, and you should feel immediate relief. So guys, if you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you at the next episode.